All right, guys, let's talk value for a minute when we talk about second-gen Cummins diesel trucks, okay? Because this is the thing. To really give you a clear understanding of what you're getting here, and when we show you that we repair everything on these trucks, regardless of who you are, if you buy a second-gen diesel truck, I will guarantee you there's things that are gonna break. There's common problems with everything, and these trucks are no different, okay? The truck may still function and things like that, but eventually those parts will completely break and let you down and break you down, and you're going to have to fix it. The question is do you want to have it already fixed when you buy it, or do you want to fix it on your own and pay thousands of dollars? They're great trucks, don't get me wrong. Common problems. Common problems. For example, NV5600. Synchronizers. Broken synchronizers. Broken parts. Broken reverse clusters. Common. 7 out of 10 6-speed trucks. See, people lie to me all the time. I'm no different than you guys. You customers off the street are just like me. I buy these trucks the same way. The only difference is I make them like new. You guys get them and are stuck with them like that. 7 out of 10 trucks, people tell me the transmissions are fine, they're perfect, there's nothing wrong with them. Now, let me tell you something. If you're driving one of these trucks, a 6-speed, and it grinds at all, even a quick grind from 4th into 5th, from 5th into 6th, from 3rd into 4th, grinds downshifting, you have got bad synchros and possibly other parts in that transmission. Now, if the guy tells you, oh, well, if you hold the clutch in for half a second or a second and then shift, it won't grind. Guys, it's still bad. The parts are bad. They're not supposed to be bad. They go bad a lot of times because people don't push the clutch to the floor all the time. Or they try to speed shift these things. They have a long shifter. My point is, before you go buy a truck from somebody else, you got to know what the hell you're buying. That's one common problem. With the transfer cases, the synchros go bad in them. You cannot always shift on the fly with those trucks. If the synchros are bad, you can't. You got to put the truck in neutral or they're going to grind. Common problems. Vacuum pumps going bad. That's a common problem. Common problem. Throttle positioning sensors going bad. Common problem. Side engine cover gasket going bad. Common problem. VP44 injection pump going bad. Lift pump going bad. Common problem. Inner timing cover gasket going bad. Common problem. Push rod tappet cover gasket going bad. Common problem. Rear main seal, front main seal going bad. Almost every truck, they leak. If I had to pull in 100 trucks and tell you the last 100 trucks, 90 of them leaked in these spots. Common problem, AC doesn't work. Common problem, power steering boxes are bad. 9.5 out of 10 trucks. Common problem, steering is gone. Common problem when you buy a used truck, ball joints are shot. Front axle seals are shot. That's what I'm telling you. A lot of times you won't see these things, guys. A lot of times you can't tell if an front axle is leaking or not. Shit, they could have took a pressure washer and sprayed it out. Might not leak for a week, but it's leaking. Common problem. Common problem, brake calipers. That's a serious common problem because if they stick long enough, they'll create smoke, burn things up. And in the worst case scenario, you can burn the spindle up and melt the spindle and your wheel will come off on the back. That's happened on 4 trucks that I've seen come through here. On test drives, that has happened. Common problems. ECMs, PCMs. Common problems. Common problems. Bad shift linkage on automatics. Hood hinges, common problems. Door pins, common problems. Common problems, vacuum line problems and the way that the vacuum system works in these trucks. Common problems with these trucks. Power seats don't always work. Common problem, cruise control. Oh, upholstery is definitely a common problem on these trucks. 7 out of 10 trucks, no exaggeration on any of these numbers. 7 out of 10 trucks, seats are ripped, foam is broken and busted down, center consoles are ripped, headliners are on their way out. Don't be fooled, man. Even a little glue doesn't mean they're going to stay up there. Common problems. Sunglass holder broke. Map lights broke. Common problems. Most trucks have dented bumpers, dings in the bumpers, problems in the paint. Common problems. Rear axle seals leaking. Common problems. 5 out of 10 guys that put brakes together in the rear end don't even know how to put them together. You wouldn't believe the trucks that come through our shop that other people have worked on, and the hardware is in backwards. Common problems. E-brake cables. Definitely a common problem. Common problem, e-brake cables aren't adjusted correctly. Major common problem. Once again, if they stay on, they will get hot, they will cause fire, they'll melt your spindle. If you don't believe me, come to my shop. I got 4 rear ends sitting out back with melted spindles. Common problem. Somebody broke into the rear window on the slider and it needs a new latch. Common problem. Slave cylinders go bad. Common problem. Bad U-joints in the drive shaft. What other common problems do you see? Cracked leaf springs. 2 out of 10 trucks. Cracked leaf springs. Common problems. Rear pinion seal is almost always leaking. ABS problems. There's usually always an ABS code in one of these trucks. Common problems. I would say 5 out of 10 trucks, the wheel bearings are bad. Other common problems. Well, if you come from a rusty state, shit, you're going to have a lot of common problems. You're going to have rusty brake lines. Rust is going to destroy everything. You're going to have rusted out bodies. Now, the reason I tell you these things is that, yeah, the second gen is a hell of a great truck. Yeah, when everything is working correctly. But if you go out and buy a truck, you got to worry about rust, and rust destroys everything. And you got to worry about the common problems. Common problem, head gaskets. A lot of people don't even know they leak. Common problem is a heater core that you don't even know isn't working correctly. Common problem is the dashes are broken in these trucks. Windshields are chipped. I'm telling you, I buy trucks from everywhere. Sometimes they look mint, sometimes they're a little rough, whatever. I've come across every type of second gen truck there is. And if you think for a minute that these trucks are like this god of a truck that don't have any problems, you're sadly mistaken. The engines will run a long, long time. But they're just like everything else. Parts go bad. And a lot of times, parts you can't see that are going bad, they're truly on their way out, are internal. Inside transfer cases, transmissions, engines, differentials, braking systems, steering systems, computers, you can't see a glitch. Heater cores, you can't see them. You really can't. The normal person wouldn't look for the heater core, you know. Just lots of problems, guys. And that's why I really try to get everybody to understand what we do here at our shop at nydiesels.com. There's such a huge, huge value added to what you're buying. $20,000 in bonuses, really. Where else can you get a rust-free truck that's been completely gone through, 100% trouble-free for that kind of money? It doesn't exist. We're the only ones. And we warranty it. But there is common problems with these trucks, and you need to know that. Because, like I said, 9 out of 10 times, these trucks have this problem. 7 out of 10 times, they have this problem. So, this is important. Nobody's fooling anybody here. And we're showing you the proof, you know? Now, on the value line trucks, sometimes we don't replace the calipers. Sometimes we don't replace the rotors if they're brand new, or the wheel bearings. But we certainly check them all. Sometimes the parts are 80% good. But if they're 40% good, 60% bad, we change them. We don't sell trucks that are leaking engine oil. We don't sell trucks that have bad compression. Anything you want me to add? We were just having a conversation at the desk about this, and it's just important to discuss the common problems. And the reason we were talking about shooting this video was so that people don't get misled by some type of legendary status of these trucks, and they just think that, oh, it's beautiful, it's pretty, it must not have any problems. And we also said, well, we need people to understand that these trucks truly have problems and that New York Diesels takes away all those problems. This stuff adds up, guys. This stuff adds up. I've seen some of the repair bills in the glove boxes of some of these trucks from one-owner trucks that have owned them for 14 or 15 years. I've seen $20,000 worth of work. You have to decide, do you want to buy savings or do you want something that's rock and roll, ready to go? They're not brand new trucks, but they're the closest thing you can get. This is nydiesels.com. We back it up. Anything else? I think I said it all? Okay. If you guys have any questions, John at nydiesels.com. Always giving you the latest information on these trucks, and we are the best shop in the country. Keep your turbos spooling.